up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com, and oh my goodness, IKEA decided to go woke, and then they got yoked by the black community. The jokes write themselves in this interview, I promise you. Oh my goodness. So the IKEA in Atlanta, oh, I'm sorry, I mispronounced that. The IKEA in Atlanta decided that they were going to celebrate Juneteenth with their all-black staff. And basically, well, not necessarily all-black staff. I would have to say over 90% of their staff are black. And they decided to gain woke points by cooking a meal that's in correlation with Juneteenth. And then black folks looked at the menu and they got new honey. They act like they don't eat no fried chicken. I'm like, come on now. Come on. Letitia, John, Ray, Pookie, y'all sit y'all butt down. Y'all know y'all eat some fried chicken. When did y'all stop eating fried chicken, black folks up there in Midtown Atlanta? When did this happen? Because I don't remember hearing anything about it. But child, let me tell y'all something. The jokes write themselves. Let me show y'all the video. Here's the article. I'll leave the link to it in the description box. But let me tell you something. Nothing is better than the video. Outrage ensues after Atlanta IKEA. Oh, I did it again. Excuse me. Outrage ensues after Atlanta IKEA offers Juneteenth menu with watermelon and fried chicken. Oh my God, this is so great. Like, really? They are out woking each other? Let's go watch the video, because that's where the real laws are. All right, here we go.
Outrage at IKEA, workers calling out sick and threatening to walk off the job.
It's all because of a racially insensitive menu put together to celebrate Juneteenth. The special menu featured foods like fried chicken and watermelon.
Hold on. Stop. Time out. Black folks, remember that black barbecue you guys said I was no longer invited to because I'm a bed wench, I'm a coon, I'm a race traitor, I'm a mammy? Remember that? Because of these things, I am no longer invited to the black barbecue. Isn't this the damn menu from the black barbecue? Help me out now. Holla at me. I do believe this is the menu from the black barbecue I am no longer invited to. I cannot believe y'all getting all new on folks.
A pairing historically used as a racist depiction of what African Americans eat.
CBS 46's Tori Cooper is live outside the IKEA in Midtown. And Tori, tonight a manager at the furniture retail giant location is apologizing, right?
Never apologize. White folks, listen to me. Never apologize for something that was well-intentioned. You had good intentions in creating this menu, okay? This is free food! And you did not do this to be evil, and you didn't do this to be racist. You did this because you have good careness in your heart. And I'm so serious, like, you guys need to stop being so nice, all right? Black folks don't appreciate it. They look at it as weakness. Trust me, I'm telling you, listen to me. I have not lied and led you astray since then. When you start apologizing for something that you try to do out of the goodness of your heart, black folks would take that as weakness. They would smell it in the air. I smell a weak white person. Oh, it's coming from IKEA supervisor section. Oh, and they will never let you live it down. And they will find all kinds of new stuff to come for you for. Stop it. Get help. If you're going to cook this food, say, yeah, I cooked it. Y'all not going to eat it? Y'all not going to eat it? If y'all ain't gonna eat it, holler at me, let me know. But the menu don't change. You either want the fried chicken or you don't. And trust me, 10 times out of 10, they gonna eat that food. Now they may try to cancel you afterwards, but trust me, they're never gonna turn down no free food, especially if it's food they eat. Holy smokes.
Rick, IKEA store employees that I spoke to right here on the sidewalk outside of IKEA did not want to go on camera over fears of repercussions, but they did.
They didn't want to come on camera because they know black folks like me was going to clown them. They even know black folks in the hood was going to clown them. Black folks, let me tell y'all something. They are acting new up there in Atlanta. Atlanta, okay? They know damn well. They're going to be like, wait a minute. Lakeisha, John, Tyrone, Pookie, Ray. Y'all mean to tell me y'all done turn down some free food? I'm telling you, that's all that is. They know we're going to clown them like I'm clowning them. So they ain't going to show their face because they know they're going to get shamed, honey. Black Twitter would be all over this. Turning down some food. That's the reason why I just realized it. They are pissed off because white folks cook that food. They're not mad because of the menu. Hold on. Look at this. Look at the menu. Here's the menu. They are not mad that the menu is supposed to be racially insensitive. They're mad that the menu was cooked by white people. Now, let me tell y'all something. We down here in Georgia, okay? White folks in Georgia know how to cook fried chicken. I'm serious. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Now, I think the only thing that's questionable, because they don't have to cook watermelon. Watermelon is in season. We're in the month of June. We have watermelon. I actually have a watermelon. So watermelon is in season. Macaroni and cheese, they really do that well as too. Potato salad. Oof. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. White folks, y'all potato salad is nasty. No hate. That y'all potato salad is disgusting. I probably would pass on white folks potato salad because y'all put raisins in your potato salad. You put too much mayonnaise in there. You put certain types. Sometimes you put some bacon bits in there. You guys, potato salad is disgusting. All right. But everything else I see you guys doing well. Candied yams, collard greens. So was it black folks? Was it the potato salad that was giving you the triggered? Getting you triggered? Was it the potato salad? Because I really don't understand how the fried chicken, the watermelon, the macaroni and cheese, the collard greens, and the candied jams are an issue. Just say no thank you, white folks, because your potato salad is not to my liking, all right? I'm going to get my own potato salad. But I don't understand this. That's what it is. It's the fact that white folks cooked it. Because if a 550-pound black woman by the name of Bertha was in that kitchen throwing down, y'all know they would eat that food up like this. But because white Karen, that is the reason why y'all not eating that food. That's the only reason why Karen and Hampton are in their kitchen throwing down and y'all don't want that food. That is very racist. You should be ashamed of yourself, I swear.
Tell me that they believe that the management here at IKEA needs to do more to educate themselves on black culture.
They sent the menu to us in emails.
IKEA employees say this menu on your screen was sent to employees last Friday. They say the menu was going to be served to customers and employees as a way to, quote, honor and preserve black Americans in light of the Juneteenth holiday.
You cannot say serving watermelon on Juneteenth is a soul food menu when you don't even know the history of they used to feed slaves watermelon during the slavery time.
Employees say the menu...
Hold on. Now, this is the part I'm not going to laugh at because this is pure ignorance. Do you dumb not understand that watermelon came from Africa? Do you understand that is how they were successfully able to get a lot of African slaves over here during the transatlantic slave trade? Was because of watermelon? Watermelon is what saved our ancestors. First of all, I cannot believe I'm teaching black people this. Listen, you can survive longer without food than you can water. Hold on, I'm gonna look that up for a second. Okay, here we go. A human can go without food for about 3 weeks, but would typically only last 3 to 4 days without water. Water is very essential. You can die within a matter of days without water, but you can live a long time on water alone without food. And how long? Up to 3 weeks. So even though the voyage took anywhere from 6 to 10 weeks to get from the to get the slave ships from one area of Africa to the other place in either the Caribbean or in America. They survived off of watermelon. Watermelon was, first of all, let me just talk about just real quickly. Watermelon was one of the key staples of a lot of black slaves' diet because they were eating a lot of salty pork and a lot of bad food that they got from the scraps of their slave masters. And one of the things that protected their heart, that made sure they didn't have heat stroke, that made sure they didn't have any type of heart diseases, was watermelon. Watermelon is very high in antioxidants. Watermelon is very high in vitamin C. But the most important thing about watermelon is very high in potassium. Why do we need potassium? Well, when you're in a certain position for a long period of time, you will begin to develop cramps. Watermelon prevented that. So not only did they survive off of watermelon, you dumb idiots, okay? It was a necessity for when they were slaves on the plantation. So I don't understand how you guys are sitting here downplaying watermelon, and you know it is one of the things that was brought from Africa. To sit up here and be ashamed of watermelon is to be ashamed of having braids. That's how stupid you are when you sit up here and say, well, they don't like watermelon because watermelon, you don't understand that slaves had to eat watermelon. Yeah, because it came from Africa. Our ancestors brought it with them on purpose to survive, you idiot. Watermelon comes from Africa.
Items selected, including fried chicken, watermelon, mac and cheese, collard greens, and more, was racially insensitive and ignorant.
It caused a lot of people to be upset. People actually wanted to quit. People wasn't coming back to work.
I say quit. Quit. Go find more jobs. Stop catering to the ignorance. Please, white folks, please stop catering to the ignorance. If they want to quit over something so stupid as fried chicken and watermelon, bye. See ya later. Bye. Gone. Holy smokes. This entitlement, this entitlement mentality with people today is just blowing my mind. It really is. Oh my goodness. You gave me some free fried chicken and some free collard greens, candy yams, and potato salad and watermelon. I'm going to quit. The nerve of these people.
Employees outraged say 33 people called out of work, sparking this internal email response from the store manager on Saturday.
She said that, I truly apologize. The menu came off subjective.
But employees say the decision behind the creation of the menu should have included voices of color first.
None of the co-workers who sat down to create the menu, nobody was black.
The store manager.
That's what it is. That's the problem. See, white folks, listen to me. Oh my God, why do I have to teach you guys everything? The bell curve is a lot. Listen, white folks, the next time y'all do something like that, go and tell them that black people came up with the menu and that black women, and make sure you tell them how much they weigh, because they don't trust no skinny black woman cooking this type of food, okay? You tell them that we had Mama Martha, all right, was over here slaving in the kitchen. Well, don't use slaving in the kitchen. You say she put her foot in the pot, okay? That's how good it was. And they will tear that fried chicken up, okay? But see, that's what you got it wrong. You got to tell them that black people came up with the menu and that black people cooked the food, and there would not be any problems. That problems would not be here on the news. Holy smokes, that's the only thing is somebody black didn't come up here, even though all of that food is basically what you would find at a soul food restaurant. That entire menu, this entire menu right here, every last one of this would be, well, watermelon, unless watermelon isn't in season. The only time you will see watermelon at a soul food restaurant is when it's in season. When it's not in season, you will never see it there. But other than that, everything else on here is what you're going to find at a soul food restaurant. And everything on this menu is what somebody's black mama cooked for them last week. The nerve of these people.
Manager told employees and CBS 46 that the menu changed after the issue, but employees say.
So they just delayed the Juneteenth menu by a day, thinking that, everybody who was upset stayed home on Juneteenth and wouldn't notice on Sunday.
Never satisfied.
Which just added insult to injury.
We asked the store manager to send us the new menu. The revised menu included meatloaf, mashed potatoes, collard greens, and cornbread.
goodness, will you complain, black folks? Hold on, let's look at this new revised menu. All right, first of all, let's compare it to what they used to have. Black folks, y'all just make things worse. I swear, y'all really do. Look at this. This is what they had before. Fried chicken, watermelon, macaroni and cheese, potato salad, collard greens, and candied yams, okay? So y'all had 6 food items to choose from. Now, because y'all complained, y'all got 4, actually 4 or 5 food items to choose from. Meatloaf, first of all, ew. Y'all know damn well y'all are very picky about somebody's meatloaf. Then y'all got mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes. They took the candied yams out and gave you mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes. And then you kept the collard greens. Was that in the original one? Yep, you kept the collard greens was stayed in there, right? How come the collard green isn't considered racist? Okay, the collard green with the fat back. How come that's not considered racist? And then cornbread. Really? Collard greens and cornbread is not racist, but fried chicken and watermelon is? See what I mean? You can't stop catering. If you are black, those of you who are black, but if you're white and if you were black, which menu would you prefer? This one or this one? I'll let you decide.
This picture taken by the same employee showing what was served in store the day after Juneteenth.
Fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, greens.
Customers also felt the menu was insulting.
I'm just frankly disappointed.
Hold on. Are you serious? You don't think she and him eat fried chicken? Are we really gonna go there? Are we really gonna go there? Are we really gonna go there? You mean they look like they eat real good, y'all. They eating good. Look at him. Look at him. Both of these black folks eat real good, and they gonna complain about free fried chicken? The jokes write themselves, dude. The jokes write themselves. Hold up. What they gonna say? Hold on.
In the learning process, like you shouldn't learn after you've insulted all of your black employees.
Hold up. Do you think if you gave them a 16-piece chicken dinner that they would turn that down? Even if it's cooked by white folks. Do you? This is what I'm talking about. Black folks getting all new. They closeted chicken eaters. They closeted watermelon eaters, okay? Is any white folks around? No? Yes.
You didn't know what to do? This is the city where you could have asked somebody and gotten an intelligent response.
Never satisfied. Never satisfied.
Now, the store manager just got back to me a few minutes ago to re-emphasize that they deeply apologize and they realize they got the menu wrong. Reporting live in Midtown, I'm Tori Cooper, CBS 46 News.
They ain't get it wrong. It was just the wrong people cooking it. That's all that is. If black folks cooked it or they were told that black folks cooked it, this would not be news. But because white folks cooked it, oh, we gonna be outraged. Learn from these mistakes, folks. Those of you who are real right-wingers, real right-leaning conservatives, learn from these mistakes. We should not go down the political identity road. It is for losers and it is a losing game. And if you disagree with me, let me know by leaving a comment down below this video. And if you find this is just as outrageous and funny as I did, also let me know how you feel. I love to talk to you guys. I'm in those comment sections with you, so holla at your girl. Let me know what you think. Be sure to leave a like on this video. Also share it. And if you have not joined my family, come on, y'all. What y'all waiting for? Join me by subscribing. Holla at your girl, make me feel loved. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you at the next video. Later, taters.